What's good, Pack Nation? Welcome to Packin with Gary. We normally discuss the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between. But we just got our win. A lot of you still on the fence, so we just discussing the good today. We gotta get y'all on board. I got my man Jamal here with us. You all seen him before in some of my content. It's his first time being on the live. Still want you all to chime in as we talk here and address some of your comments. Ma, how you feeling?
Man, I tell you what, I'm feeling pretty good right now. It's actually a pretty weird feeling, G. Because I don't think not even when we were there, I don't think, we had this good of a team. And, that squad back then was pretty damn good with Jules and Epimoff and them. But
yeah,
9-2, man. Hey, I'll take it. And the boys look like they're finally gelling, man. About a month ago, I wasn't sold. A lot of positive things, but losing to Georgia Tech felt like, oh, we're right back where we usually get to. But ever since then, man, it looks like the boys are locked in. They really started to gel, and they're playing some really good ball, especially Q. I think we're going as far as he's going to take us, because obviously you see Williams struggled again today. Well, I'm not even going to say struggle. A lot of people, I think people put too much premium on scoring. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like I think I saw a comment in a group, in one of our groups where you were talking about, Williams is inconsistent and I'm ready to jump off the ledge because of it. And I'm like, nah, I look at it as a good thing. We won by 9 points, ACC game, and our quote unquote best player or leading scorer of the team only had 4 points.
Exactly. That's my thing. It's like you don't need him to really get off for us to still win. That's big.
Right. We have so many different pieces that we can go to. It's like, all right, Williams, when we need you, we need you. But in a game like this, let's see who else is going to perform. And over the past 6 games, it really has been a team effort, man, which is really good to see. And just like, what was the quote that Wade had the other night when we beat SMU, where he was like, everybody's intoxicated with the win, but we should have beat them by 12. I love that. I absolutely love it. And if there was any question mark about did we bring the right man in for the job, that for me answered it right there. Because not only are we expected to win, which we all expect, but it should be a convincing, dominated win. And I think that's what he was talking about when he was saying we have high standards. Yeah, we don't want to just win. We want to win convincingly,
Yeah, I'll tell you, like, as we've been winning, and I went to, I go to the radio show at the Pit, and I get there and I try to ask some questions or whatnot. And really that first 30 minutes was just him not being positive, right? Like he was just like, look, I'm not happy. I know y'all might be happy, but we got a lot of work to do. And I understand that. He was like, it's human nature. Like the boys, they're going to start feeling themselves, right? And that's normally when State falls off, lets everybody down. We hype them up in every sport, it seems like, especially our major sports. And then, boom, we don't show up. I think that Wade understands that so well that that's what differentiates, decent coaches from, like, the great ones. He's like, look, I'm not going to let the head get too big, right? Like, you can still get smacked. So instead of me waiting for that L to come and then teach you a lesson with the loss, let me go ahead and get in front of that. And he is, I give him his props for that. He is jumping out in front and not letting these guys think they're better than what they are. So, yeah, I mean, as I look at the box score, Copeland had a really, really solid game, yo. I mean, 21 points, 10 assists. He did have 4 turnovers, and they were ugly. But, we're not going to get that 0 turnover game often.
But how many steals, though? We got to take that into consideration.
Yeah, 5 steals.
And how many turnovers?
4.
So he's still +1 in my book.
Okay.
Because for every turnover, my logic, and this is just me, is for every turnover you have, a steal washes it out. So if I have 4 turnovers and 4 steals, they wash out. It's 0.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I turned the ball over, but I got it back. On the defensive end. So that's how I look at it.
All right. So what's your thoughts on Paul?
Man. Oh, man. Today, again, for me, today was a very convincing day. And all the doubts that I had, even for Paul, because I saw Paul play in the championship game his senior year of high school. And I was like, this kid is he's going to be like that. I was excited when he got to state. And then last year, I was a little disappointed. And then I would say probably first half of the season, I was a little disappointed because I was like, man, just watching what he did in high school, he was scoring at all 3 levels. I look at it now like, oh man, he's just a one-trick pony. We only got him out here shooting threes. But after this 6-game run, and then after that last game and today, I'm like, nah, he's a sniper, dog. Because when you knocking down contested 3-point shots like he was at the clip that he's knocking them down. That's not fool's gold right there. That is a sniper. He's a shooter. And the same thing today, this is just me nitpicking at this point. I would love to see a little bit more of that 3-level scoring from him. But I'll take him being a sniper. I'll take it,
Yeah, on this team, I'm cool with him. That's what he's a specialist. 3-point specialist. Okay, that's cool. Next year, if he doesn't, depart to the league or try something like that, and he returns to state, I would want him to put that extra in his game. Like, head fake, I'm going to the rim, right? Like, you can't fly out at him anymore. Right now, his head fake is going to be a sidestep to still get the 3 off, right? So, it's fine. I mean, he's shooting over 40% from 3. Today, he was 4-7 from 3. So, I mean, at that clip, why not? He only missed 1 free throw. He went 7-8 from the free throw line. The one he missed, he was exhausted. He had to take a deep breath before he even shot the ball. So, with Paul, like, I like where he's at. I'm waiting for Abel to really, like, come on, right? Just look like he's no longer a freshman and just killing them. I know that's going to be there, especially with his ability to finish with the left. He got that Traquavion look to him, like, he would rather finish left-handed. I think Abel's gonna be a good look for us. What's your take on Arsenal?
Arsenal,
man,
yeah. Arsenal, man, look, solid off the bench, defense stopper. He does his job. That's what I like about him. He does his job. And then it wasn't this game, but I think it was the previous game. He knocked down that corner 3. That's all I need him to do. 3 and D. Score, get some offensive rebounds, some putbacks. Hey, I think I'm starting to eat crow because about a month ago I was saying I don't think we got the right pieces to this roster. And now I'm seeing that the pieces are fitting together and we're a pretty deep team. And I'm excited to see how far we can go, but I really want to see, I think the real litmus test again is with the big boys, Carolina, UVA, and Duke, Miami. That's the game, Gary. That's the game. If we can beat Miami, full-blown confidence, like we got it. We can beat Miami, handle business with Miami, I think we'll be all right. Because what was that? I was reading somewhere, an article somewhere where they were saying that 11 ACC wins, guaranteed lock for the tournament. We're at 9. We got Notre Dame, we got Stanford, we got Miami, Carolina. We can get 2 wins out of those. But I would love for us to get 5. I would love for us to be top 4 and have a double bye going into the ACC tournament.
Yeah.
But I'll take what I can get at this point. Like, we're 9 wins in. I'm satisfied.
Okay.
More, but I'm satisfied.
Got David here says we gotta give Trey Holloman some props. Played well on both sides of the ball. People have been riddling and maligning him all year. Yeah. So listen, I'm not gonna lie. I've been asking for Arsenal to start over Trey Holloman every time I put up a video. And I'm not coming off of that. I hear you, Jack, but today I was telling my wife, I was like, yo, he hooping today. Like he had a good game. He was hitting threes. He was locking up on defense, which normally he's slipping and sliding everywhere. But he had the other dude, number 0, I believe. What is his name? Bedford. No, Hammond, number 3. That's who it was, Hammond. He locked them all the way up. He had 0 points, 0 for 9 from the field, 0 for 4 from 3. I mean, what you think about Holloman today?
Man, look, to your point, I'm the opposite. I believe I see why Wade starts him. When you got a guy like Trey with that raw emotion, that dog in him, yeah, he gonna make some bonehead plays. Yeah, he was lost in transition defense, not transition defense, in the rotational defense in the half court set today. I saw that numerous times. It was irking me a little bit, but that energy, that rough. Everybody, you always need a quote unquote a goon. Yeah. He gives you that goon energy without the Draymond Green physicality all the time. Sometimes he's gonna give it to you, but I think for me, he gives that energy at the right spot. And yeah, it helps when he's on. Today he was on offensively and he was on defensively. I don't mind the theatrics and the boneheadedness when he's on. Now when he's off and when he seems like he's a little stir crazy, all right, now let's go with Terrence. Get him in the game, because I feel like they're yin and yang, like they're energy wise. Like one is balls to the wall, and the other one is cool, calm, and collected. But I feel Wade's frustration with Terrence. He wasn't getting what he wanted out of Terrence early in the season, partially probably because he was hurt and still recovering. But the way I look at it, Gary, look, November and December only matter in the polls. Yeah. The real season starts in January, and the only months that matter are January, February, March, and April. Period.
I hear you. I mean, Trey today gave us 16 points, 6 of 10 from the field, 3 of 5 from 3, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 0 turnovers.
Yeah, I take that all day and twice on Sunday.
Yeah, all
day.
Very, very solid game. Like, very solid game. I'll leave him alone for right now. I definitely understand, the difference between, him and Arsenal. Luben, solid 11 and 7 today. Only took 7 shots, 5 of 7 from the field. No turnovers. He only had 1 foul.
Yeah.
It's I talk about it. I'm like, I know I personally take Luben for granted. Like, I don't really be concerned about his stats or anything he does. I don't be concerned about him getting in foul trouble. I don't be concerned about him scoring or finishing around the rim. Like, I know what he's going to give us every game, which is crazy. And I hate that we do take it for granted, but it's like, I do feel sometimes like, what was Carolina thinking letting that man leave? Because he is really like solid and consistent.
Absolutely. I mean, but those are the most taken for granted type players. Like, look at it. Case in point, big Bulls fan, Dennis Rodman. You know what Dennis was giving you every single night. Every single night. On the defensive end and on the boards, right? Translate that. I'm by no means trying to compare Luben to a Dennis Rodman.
I understand.
Only other than say, when my top rebounder, when I know I have a consistent rebounder, he's the last person, as a coach, he's the last person I'm worried about.
Yeah.
On the floor. And so it's real easy to take for granted your Copelands and your Lubens, because you know what they're going to give you. People get all frustrated with your inconsistent players like your Williams and your Hollomans. So we have a great balance of both. And then we have good depth. So as long as we keep doing what we're doing on the defensive end, I think we'll be all right.
Okay. So let's go ahead and talk about your boy Williams, right? Played 31 minutes. He gave us 4 points. He was 1 of 9 from the floor, 1 of 6 from 3, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 turnovers. He also had a credit with 1 block and 1 steal. So, for me, I appreciated that he was semi-aggressive and he didn't keep forcing it, right? Like the good part, he don't have that like Kobe mentality, like, oh, I got to go get it. It helps in this scenario. If he's off, cool, he'll let other people go ahead and eat. And I like that compared to him just being like, you know what? Nah, it's too much pressure. I got to get it. And he go like 1 for 15. So he tried it early and then he realized, you know what? It's not my game. And he was able to keep himself in the game and do the other stuff. But still, I just hope he don't disappear like this in them big games. I don't think he will based off how he played in the tournament last year. But when Carolina and Duke come to town, I feel like he is going to have to be that man whenever that happens. And the other people probably going to ride his coattails at that point. I don't think it's going to be where he can sit back and relax. What you think?
I don't know. I see your point, and I would say possibly, maybe. But I also say he affects the game in other ways that helps his team win. To your point, when it's not my night, it's not my night offensively, but I can still get others involved. I can still get assists. He didn't get assists, but he got rebounds. He got steals. He was active. I mean, those 2 fouls, whatever. Yeah, we need him to be big time when we need him to be big time. And in a game like today, he didn't need to be big time. And who knows? I think maybe more so for Duke than Carolina, because from what I've seen from Carolina, Williams, Wilson. They're gonna go as far as he takes them. And my whole thing is, okay, maybe we put I don't know who we maybe put Arsenal on him or whatever, take him out the game. Like we have 4 or 5 different guys that can give you 20 on any given night. So that's why I say I know we have a lot of Pack fans that want Williams to be this 25 and 10 dynamo. But with the roster that we have, but with the roster that we have, we don't need them to be all of that. Right. I need you to drop 25 when I need you to drop 25, and you can score 4 points in a 9-point ACC home win against a lesser team. I'm cool with that because Paul had 20, Trey had 15, Luben does what he does. Abel and our bench, they do what they do. Some nights are better than others, but we at least we know we have a bench that we can turn to. We haven't been able to say that in how many years confidently, right?
It's been a long time. Yeah.
It's been a long time since we as Pack fans haven't been on a wing and a prayer when it comes to our men's basketball team. I think not to get off topic, but I think the tables kind of have turned a little bit where the girls have been the powerhouse and now they're struggling a little bit and the men are, coming back to life. So I just say that to say, I want to tell everybody, relax. Williams, when we need Williams to be big, I am confident he will be big. And right now, we don't need him to be big. Against Miami, yes. Against Carolina, potentially. Against Duke, absolutely. Outside of that, I just say chill and enjoy him because he's a pretty versatile guy. I appreciate him as a basketball player.
All right. We got a comment here. Which coaching decision had the biggest impact on the outcome? Lineups, timeouts, or defensive switches? What you think, Ma?
I think probably the defensive switches, only because there were times where we started getting lost and then they were hitting those momentum shots that the commentators say is they're staying close. But at any other time, we always had an answer for them. And yeah, they got it back down to within 3. So I'm always gonna say definitely the defense, because once we tightened that up, it allowed us to get a couple of deflections, which turned into transition buckets, threes, really momentum killers. That I really believe that McNeil Jr. 3 in the corner, I think that really shifted the momentum back to us for the remainder of the game. And so, yeah, me personally, I would say the defensive switches.
All right. For me, it's going to be like the lineups. So towards the end of the first half, I don't know if you caught it, but coach started doing the offense for defense sub, like with a minute left and a half or 2, whatever. He was trying to get like bringing in Paul and somebody else. And Paul ended up hitting a 3 off of one of those plays. But immediately, if there was a free throw, he was subbing them out, right? Sure. He was putting Abel in for Paul, and it was like Arsenault for Williams or something like that. And kept chasing that. And I'm like, dang, is it really that serious at the beginning of the game? But I do feel like it was. And then he also had another play with Copeland early on. Copeland came out cooking, but he was talking to the daggone other bench so much that the ref had to tell him, hey, man, you need to calm down with that. He yanked him immediately, like, hey, shut your mouth. And it's like, I like that he was revved up because we needed him on that level, but he was getting real close to getting teed up, and it was going to mess up the whole momentum. And Wade was like, nah, let me sub you out real quick, let you cool off, then put you back in. I know I need you right now, but I also don't need you getting us a tech. So I felt like that part was big. We got a regular here, Robert. Says, hey, Gary, I'm officially excited. We have some of our fans that, like I said, Maul, and you can probably relate, weren't quite bought in just yet. You're sitting there, how state stuff be happening. You like at any moment it's gonna be another Georgia Tech type thing, right? But I'm pushing like, hey, let's get excited. Maul, you say you're excited now. You feel good about the makeup of the roster. You feel we got the right pieces. Let's just look ahead just a little bit, this Louisville game. How you feeling about it going into this game?
That's another one. I totally forgot about Louisville. Yeah, I totally forgot about Louisville. How could you forget about Louisville? Big game. Louisville and Miami are going to really tell us. I think they're really going to tell us. Now, if we go 1-1, man, yeah. I'm super excited. We go 2-0, man. Look, confidence off the Empire State Building. But if we go 0-2, I'm gonna have to dial it back a little bit, just because I know we've still got Carolina and Duke. So I think we match up well against Louisville. It really just is a matter if we can keep this momentum going. And I really think it starts on the defensive end. I think all of this started once we decided as a team that they were going to pick up the defensive intensity. That I think that really kick-started this 6-game run that we had, because when we get steals and when we get in transition, whether we're finishing at the rim or popping it out for a transition 3, we're a very dangerous team. And look, we score. We're top 3 highest scoring teams in the ACC.
Oh,
like we can put points up. Yeah. We can put points up. I just worry about us when we come against teams like a Louisville or Miami and a Duke and Carolina. Can we get the stops? I know we can score with them, but can we stop them? So I think what we do against Louisville would tell us a lot.
All right. So I'm gonna say, from my perspective, I think that we go to Louisville and we make this game easier than what people will probably think it's going to be. We're going to win because I feel their strength, Michael Brown Jr., their point guard, is going up against our point guard. And I think we got the best point guard in the conference. Sure. Like, I really do. I think Copeland is the best point guard. And I think those two are probably going to be a wash.
Okay.
When you look at the rest of the teams, I think overall we're better. Like we may not be, top end talent better, but we're older, and just as skilled as they are. And I feel like we're better inside because they got a lot of shooters, right?
Sure.
So I think it's similar to like SMU. If they can shoot the three at a high level, then it can make it difficult for us. But with Paul McNeil shooting the way he's shooting, and maybe Williams just took the night off so he could be ready for Monday. And then he's going to go to Louisville and catch fire again. We still ain't had Abel go crazy yet, and we know he's capable of that. I just feel like this potential game right here is like big, right? We were able to not overlook Virginia Tech today. We know we good for that, being like, oh, trap game type mess, and then we drop it, and then we go play good again. We didn't do that today. Played well. Come Monday, they're leaving tonight. So they'll be there all day tomorrow, rested. Boom. Go ahead, jump on them boys Monday. I'm probably more bought in right now than a lot of Pac fans. I made that decision after I saw Wade make the adjustment of not leaning on those analytics on letting these dudes shoot threes. Right at the beginning of the year, we were getting smacked by one player every game from three because we were like, oh, he shoot 14%. It's okay. Leave him out there. And then like Kansas, dude goes ham, right? Ole Miss, dude going crazy. He made that adjustment that has been happening. And that's where I gained my confidence to be like, you know what? I think we're going to be all right now. It's really going to take teams beating us and not us beating ourselves at this point.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. And I actually think that was probably, I don't know where in the hell he got that strategy from because, I don't give a damn if the kid is over shooting 14%. He's still a D1 basketball player. You leave him wide open, eventually he going to hit and hit at a large clip. I mean, that's just basketball logic 101. It doesn't, look, we're not dealing, this isn't rocket science. This isn't physics. This isn't biochem. We're talking about basketball. Yeah. It's really a simple sport. And so, if everybody buys in and y'all lock down on defense, man, it makes the offense run so much easier. And even our little sets, I'm so thankful that Will Wade has half-court sets because I swear for the past 15 years, I don't think we've run half-court sets at NC State. So
now I feel like we have, but maybe we haven't had the skill set for it to look right. Like we haven't had the players in the last 15, other than like Dennis Smith Jr. or somebody. But most of the time, like we have a very skilled team. So when you run a play with this team, there's a couple plays where coach runs the play. The first option is done. They guard it. The second option, guard it. The third option ends up being a person who's still skilled and he scores, and it's like, oh, that's a great set. But normally that just would have been a busted play for us. So, that's the big hiccup there. There he is, our little Pac fan. There he is.
Go Pac.
There we go.
Yeah, buddy.
Robert says, everyone's playing well. Can I get Williams' phone number so I can tell him he plays soft? Yeah, we might need that family friend to call him up again just to make sure. Make sure he comes ready to play Monday.
I think he will. I think, for everyone calling him soft, man, again, give him some grace. If he really has been battling injuries, I still don't think he's probably 90 to 100% because of the inconsistency. Maybe those days that he goes crazy, he's feeling good today, and maybe days like today, maybe that shoulder's bothering a little bit, but he's still contributing, guys. He's still contributing. There's more to basketball than just putting the ball in the hoop yourself.
Absolutely. So Rob brings up another thing. We do need to do better rebounding and shooting free throws, especially down the stretch. I'm really surprised at how Quadir has been off on his free throws. Like, he missed the two against SMU, made that game closer than it needed to be. Mm-hmm. Today, it really didn't matter, but still, he was missing, a couple. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on. And even Luben was shooting at a great clip. And now he's starting to do 1 for 2. So I don't know what the guys have done, but they need to get that figured out.
Yeah, but they got time, and it hasn't really cost us yet. So I would say we can we're in a position now, being 9-2, where we can kind of nitpick a little bit. You know, in the previous seasons, it's like, the free throws are awful, the rebounding is awful. I do agree that our rebounding needs to tighten up because they were getting way too many second chance points and second chance rebounds when we initially got the defensive stop on the first shot. So that has to improve. And so maybe we need to put Musa in there a little bit more. Maybe he should have played a little bit more today. You know, with Williams, when Williams not out, maybe play. And I get it. Maybe you don't want to put Musa and Luben in at the same time, but those are our best two rebounders. When we need a rebound, hey, somebody got to come out. Sorry, Dan, if you only scoring 4 points and you 1 for 7, and because he's not the best defender, let's be honest. He's just not. That's not what he was brought here to do. So I get it. So in crunch time, I would trust that Wade he knows when to put his rebounders in the game. So when previous coaches, I wasn't so confident because I've questioned the last two. So, but yeah, I would say free throws, I think, ebb and flow, whatever. I'll take it. They didn't cost us today, but rebounding definitely need to tighten up.
Okay. So let's look at the remaining schedule, okay? We got Louisville on Monday. I'm calling a W. What's your pick?
I'm going to go W. Let's keep this streak going.
All right. Then we get a few days off. That following Saturday or next Saturday, we have Miami coming to Raleigh. What's your pick?
That's a toss-up game. Gut feeling. I think if we handle business in Louisville on the road, I think we got a good shot. I'm gonna go dub for that too.
Okay. For me with Miami, I think that's a W. Give you perspective here. They giving Miami a 25% chance in the matchup predictor, right? I think Miami's record has been more about who they've played than how good they are. When I check out Miami right now, they're in a battle with Boston College, up 1 point. Jamal got the stuff going on over there.
Hold on a second, man.
All right, you can mute. It's all right. You can come back if you need to. I'll just continue to talk to you all. So for Miami, again, I feel like their schedule has not been that tough. Like the people they played that should have really, Clemson's the only team in the conference right now that I'm seeing that Miami has really played its on the top part, and they lost. They beat Pitt. They went to Wake Forest, beat them. They beat Georgia Tech. They beat Notre Dame, lost to Clemson. Then they lost to Florida State. Then they go to Syracuse. They win. They beat Stanford, lost to California. Like, I'm just not convinced. And they're losing to Boston College right now by 1 with 5 minutes left. So for me, when I look at Miami, they don't scare me. With the way we're playing right now, I'm calling that a W. Okay. After that, then we get Carolina on a Tuesday. For me, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to repeat it until that day. I think we beat Carolina because they're top heavy in talent. Their bigs are better than what we're going to have in the post. Caleb, we know, is a stud. And that Henry Vasar, I ain't going to lie, I've seen him play, and he's pretty decent, right? He's big. He's a 7-footer. So if you're playing both of them at the same time, that's going to be a matchup problem for us, especially on the boards. Now, outside of those two, Carolina might have the weakest backcourt in the conference. Like, it is bad. And I don't have any confidence in anybody else they have on their team beating us, right? So if those two guys in the paint want to drop 25 apiece, That's 50 points. Somebody else got to help them out. And I don't think anybody else is going to be able to drop 15 to 20 points to help them guys get to the number they got to get to, because it's going to be 80 plus.
Sure.
Right? Like, and it's going to be loud in there. And so that's why I'm picking us to get the Carolina dub. What you think about that matchup?
Yeah, their bigs are better than us. So in that case, I would say we might go small, in my opinion, smaller or quicker. But yeah, no, I don't know. I think we lose that game.
Okay.
I think we lose that game. I honestly think, our backcourt is better than us. But I think their bigs being bigger than us, and with Carolina, they're always good on offense rebounding. We just touched on rebounding and our lack thereof. We really only have 2 rebounding bigs, Musa and Luben. If either one of them get in foul trouble, you can throw Scotty in there. But when's the last time we seen Scotty? Like,
he played last game for 1 minute.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen some of these guys, so it's hard to say. So, I just going off history, I would say if we win these other 2 games, like we both are predicting, I think we're bound to have a letdown game, and I think more than likely it's probably going to be Carolina. Then I think we handle Stanford, and then, man, I don't know. It's tough seeing me beat Duke, us beating Duke, the way Duke is playing.
So let's back up. I want to address something you said. You said with history, we're bound to have a letdown game, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any confidence that Will Wade, what makes him good is he controls the letdown games. He knows how to manage teams having those, right? If you get beat, you get beat, right? Mm-hmm. Virginia came in, smacked us. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. But really right now, NC State would have had maybe 3 more letdowns in the conference, and really we had 1. I think the Georgia Tech was a letdown game, but I think that was more about Georgia Tech is terrible, and we just thought we could just win, and then we were in a dogfight and didn't know how to come out of that. I think we learned from that, and we haven't put ourselves in that position since. But he, at being a first-year coach, the attitude and energy he's bringing here, I don't see him dropping that Carolina game. I could see him dropping any other game except that. I feel like that kid, when he talks about, he understands more than anything how important that game is to us. Sort of like Dave Doran does, right? We might lose freaking Wake Forest or something like that.
I just thought about something. I flipped my decision. Yes. We beat Carolina because right now we're 1-0 in revenge games in the ACC, and that's going to be a revenge game for Luben.
Who's the revenge win that we have already?
Syracuse. And when I say revenge, I'm talking about it's personal. It was
personal for the player.
It was personal for against Syracuse, and he balled out. So I feel like it'll be personal for Luben because he's going to finally be like, look, I'm finally at a school that appreciates for me for what I do, and I'm showing you I can do what I do, and y'all didn't appreciate me until that late season run last year. So I'm gonna go across the street and I'm gonna come back and bust your butt. And yes, we do win that Carolina game.
Okay.
But in that sense, if we win that Carolina game, we're either gonna drop the Miami or the Stanford game. Is my prediction.
Okay, why are you picking Stanford? Because that's not that we played Virginia and Notre Dame before we played Stanford.
Because I think we handle business with Notre Dame. I think Virginia, that's on the road, right?
Yeah, we go to get our lick back at their house.
We beat Virginia, we lose to Stanford. We beat Notre Dame. I don't see us losing to Notre Dame.
Okay, so right now you have us losing one more time roughly in February. It's either going to be Miami or it's going to be the Carolina game. It's what, like, if you say we win the Carolina game, we're going to lose the game before, which is Miami. That's what you're saying, right?
Right.
Okay. All right. I'm calling for a sweep. I'm saying Miami's going to be light work. Carolina, I think It's going to be so crazy hype for that game. This is the best we've matched up with Carolina in years. The last time that it was probably this tight, we might have been a little bit better than them with like CJ Leslie and all of them because they were going through a transition, right? And Paige was a freshman, and the other big they had were freshmen. They weren't really grown yet. We smacked them up. This year, I think, could be something like that. I don't think that number 14 by their name is real. Virginia, I definitely think we get our lick back because they've been struggling lately. Like they in a lot of tight games, and I think we have switched. I think they peaked a little bit too quick. So yeah, I'm gonna take that. Notre Dame, like you said, I don't think we lose that game. So I don't have us losing again. Maybe fool's gold and I'm tripping, but that's just how I feel. The next loss that I'm thinking we might have could be the Duke game. Because I do feel that Duke is more talented, and they got Boozer. And so, if Boozer want to go to work and Luben get in foul trouble, oops, we in trouble. You know what I'm saying?
No,
so,
absolutely.
Yeah, that's really the game that I'm like, if we in that game late, all right, cool. I'll be super, super excited. And Stanford's not coming here and getting a W. That's gonna be another blowout. So, that's why I be telling Pack fans, I'm like, look, go ahead and get hype. It's okay. Go ahead and get hype. Like somebody say here, no, we went in all the way. Like, it's reasonable. Here, imagine this scenario. So one of my, best friends, I don't know if you met him. His name's Abe. He is a Carolina fan. Mm-hmm. And he's like, would you root for us to beat Duke to give you all a shot at the conference championship?
No.
Right. That's what I said. I was like, man, you got to understand. I can't root for Carolina for anything. Like
I tell people all the time, like, they play each other today. I wish there was a way they could both lose.
Right. Absolutely. But he was serious. He was like, no, you don't want that. I'm like, dude, believe me. There's no way I'm rooting for Carolina ever.
I hate both teams equally.
All right. Oh, man. David says we will not be losing to Stanford. Come on, people. You guys being real right now. Like, yo, I agree. I don't think we lose to Stanford.
I'm saying, hey, we very well could beat Stanford, and I hope we beat Stanford. I hope I'm wrong. Put it this way. I hope you're right, G, and I hope I'm wrong. I'm still skeptical.
Okay.
Right?
So,
even though I'm excited, I'm still skeptical. I'm not
so
giving,
let's talk about that, though.
My whole
heart.
Why? Huh?
Why are you still skeptical?
I'm still trying to shield my heart. I'm still trying to shield my heart.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, I'm not asking fans like why.
Because a lot of look, just like we have every year, they jumping out the window for the football team, right? The football team is supposed to be the best thing since sliced bread. And when has the football team really been like that, right? And so now in basketball, we get one pie in the sky year with Keats on his deathbed, pretty much. And it wasn't even him; it was the team saying, "You know what? Forget Kevin Keats. We're gonna take control of the wheel, and we're gonna ride this thing all the way to the Final Four." And then Keats got the wheels back and crashed the bus right into the side of the building. So now I understand Wade's track record, his history, his resume, and all that good stuff. Great. Again, I'm shielding myself from the inevitable NC State shit. And maybe it's finally dead, but until I see it's actually dead, I gotta be skeptical. That's it. That's right. I am a former baseball player. I'm superstitious by nature. And so I know NC State should exist. Thus, I'm just on pins and needles waiting for the other foot shoe to drop. But maybe it doesn't. Maybe it just stays in the air and we ride this wave. And I hope that's what we do.
So let me ask you this. We bring up the NC State stuff, right? We know that the NC State shit is real, but how do you differentiate that from just a regular loss, right? What is the scenario where you're like, no, that's not state shit. We just happen to get beat.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. We've had a few games this season where we've just gotten beat. I can't put on. It wasn't Georgia Tech might have been some NC State shit a tad bit, but not really. When I say NC State shit, I'm talking about, let's say, remember we were up 9-10 with 2 minutes to go in this game. Mm-hmm. Somehow, with 90 seconds left, we find a way to either lose the game, go into overtime, and get a struggle win. That's NC State shit to me.
Okay.
But if we down, let's say we down 6, or we up 6 with 1:30, and they hit 2 threes, that's basketball. Mm-hmm. And then they come down and we didn't get another stop and they win. That's basketball. That's not NC State shit. NC State shit is us making some stupid, outlandish turnover up 7 with less than 2 minutes to go, and that shifts the whole momentum, and then we get some type of crazy call that wasn't even a real call. You know what NC State shit looks like versus a loss. We all know what NC State shit looks like. If you're a true fan and if you're real to this fandom, you've seen it numerous times. We don't have to explain it or try to articulate it. We know it when we see it.
So for me, I felt like the SMU game was about to be some NC State shit if it were going to appear, right? Mm-hmm. We had a 12-point lead with 6 minutes left.
Mm-hmm.
Copeland goes to the free throw line. We're up 3. It's like, oh, he's going to hit 2 free throws. Game's over. And he misses both. At that point, I'm like, here we go, right? Yeah. I'm like, here we go. But then they got to stop. So I'm like, with the stop, okay. That just reinforced it for me that I feel like that mess is gone. Like, if we lose, it's going to be because we got beat, not because we beat ourselves at this point. So that's why I'm extra hype going into some of these games.
Okay. All right.
I do want to shout out Locked On. Jumped up here, hit us with the little wolf. Give a shout out. Appreciate you chiming in.
Well, look, Jonathan, I'm gonna have to cut this short. I actually have to run. But
go ahead, man. I appreciate you checking in.
And hey, go Pack.
Go Pack. We'll catch you later.
All right, man.
Jonathan, this team is good. So many guys can give you 20 points. Jonathan, I was wondering where you were at. Yes, sir. Listen. Just to recap, I was looking at, Holloman. And Holloman, he did his thing today. Like, if you all know, I'm a Terrence Arsenault fan when it comes to, the lineups, right? And I want him to play more. But Holloman did enough today for me to be like, okay, well, he should continue to start. Play phenomenal defense. And the fact that Williams was just not with it today, I don't know what happened. But he was very, very bad from the field. 1 of 9, 1 of 6 from 3. And then McNeil, Copeland, and Holloman just carried us. And, of course, our guy, Luben, that we take for granted, did what he did quietly. 5 for 7, 11 points, 7 boards, led us in rebounding. So, yeah. Very, very excited about how balanced our team is, man. Like, we paid a guy to come be the star, and we don't need him to be the star. Like, I can't think of a time where it was like, oh, we didn't need our star to star. We just need him to, be a decoy sometimes. That is enough. And other people can get off. McNeil wasn't that great last game, but we, don't need him to be. Copeland had 7 points last game, goes and hits 21 today, gets a double-double. I mean, hopefully we're not getting spoiled with this team. Like, if next year we have a team and we don't have 4 people that can just get you 20, we won't start complaining. But this is a pretty good luxury, and I think it's going to help us finish the stretch. Like I said, I don't think we lose on Monday. I think that's going to be a W for us. Let me get caught up on some comments here. Robert We're going to drop the one before Duke. We're on a 6-game streak. It's going to end in this stretch. We're likely to get ranked. We always lose the game right after we get ranked, which is why I think we lose. Okay, well, listen, I'm not even going to leave that on the screen long, Robert. I should have read that first. I do not think we're going to lose. Okay? We're not doing that letdown before big games. We're not doing that. We're going to win. It may be an ugly win, but we're going to win the game before all of our rivalry games. Okay? Putting that stuff out in the air. All right, people. We've been on here for a minute. Y'all have anything else y'all want to chime in on? Tell me your thoughts. Or I'll wrap this up. Nothing? Cool. Well, what I want to say is I continue to tell you, get excited about your Wolfpack. It's a very good turnout in the arena today. Not quite, sold out. We still have these ticket people buying up tickets, corporate tickets, whatever they are. It's not sold out like they're saying. So we still need to get this thing where it's like packed. I do want to mention one more thing. Was it me or did the student section just look a little weak? I feel like I've seen some comments on that right now, but the Wolfpack going, back and forth was weak. I just feel like our student section not doing what they need to do down there to be like super, super rowdy and hype. What y'all think? Like if I'm going to watch it on TV, but when you're in the arena, it was not loud. There was a lot of people there, but it wasn't loud. We've definitely heard it louder, like Carolina games especially. And I think we got to get back to that, making that, a tough place for people to play. Because right now it's just another away game. We got to separate ourselves. Well, with that, guys, I appreciate you all checking in. Again, let your Pack fans know. This is where we're going to actually, tell our 2 cents. If they're not excited yet, and you are, put some of that excitement on them. We're not going to talk about, the craziness of, this is the game we're going to lose. Stay in the moment. We're winning. And you may not have felt like we were going to win this one. People have been chiming in, telling me I'm nervous about the Virginia Tech game. It was a pretty easy win. It was not nip and tuck. Took the lead and didn't give it up. I want to hear your excitement. Until next time, Pack Nation, go Pack.